Hey guys, today with the topic, can no contact be successful more than once? As always, I divide no contact into two completely different parts. Once the effect on you and then the effect on your ex. But before that, I think no contact is seen too much as a tactic, wondering if it can work more than once. In terms of function, yes, it can always work because it protects you from your ex and uses the void to focus on you. To use the time you have gained productively. And with your ex, because you are responding to her in an adult way. Just like a man should do. You stand before her to your feelings, but accept her opinion. Again explained by our sentence that you can say before, you love her, don't really want the breakup, want to work with her on it, if she changes her mind, she's welcome to contact you. But that's where it starts in my eyes. Some, who have not informed themselves well or with the right one and conjure up a lot, from their own imagination to it, then say, I'm going to no contact now. To this. As if it were the panacea. A magic tactic. But what comes out of it is, your ex does a quick Google or asks a friend who thinks she knows what it is and then comes to the same conclusion as the person who started talking to her about it. Which of course triggers an act of defiance in her and she thinks, yeah, now more than ever, friend. Chance there, and why? Because the person didn't see the no contact for what it is. I would actually like to just not have a word for that at all, but somehow we have to name it so we know what we are actually talking about. From the outside looking in, or when you first heard this, you have to admit that maybe you thought there was more manipulation of the ex involved and you just had to sit back, right? But if someone explains it to you properly so that I can actually stand for it, it's just being mature about the situation. Give her what she wants, see the big picture. Namely, that she doesn't want to work on it at the moment, and that two people are needed for a relationship. Don't make a fuss, don't beg, don't make it harder for her than it already is. Tell her what you feel and want. Go and give her only the attention she actively deserves, and that only because you want to protect yourself from negative thoughts and yes, also from some kind of depression. You are human beings, and the strongest feeling that a human being can feel is love in my eyes. And it comes from the bond with our partner. If the bond is cut, we feel a fear like never before and our self-worth goes down. That's why we take care of ourselves in no contact and fight our way back up, without keeping the ex in mind. Because having her around all the time would drag us down. If our self-fighting strength then leads in the end to our ex finding us interesting again and we can win her over again through ourselves and our charm, has the whole thing hurt anyone in the end? Or is it a manipulative tactic? In my opinion, the word no contact does not do justice to the whole thing, but we have to name it somehow, that's just the way it is. If you have listened to all this, tell me seriously. Do you think this approach can work twice? Or more often? I think so. But if it has to be used more than once on a person, how much value does that person really have in your life? Isn't that person really causing your constant ups and downs? Alright, twice in cases of hardship for me. But, if you ask for several times, how many times do you have to fight your way back up from the bottom? After she was the one who pushed you there and changes or improves once, twice, or even 3 times? Probably not even the first time. If you're asking yourselves purely theoretical questions about whether this can work, yes it can. But practically? You should have developed enough self-esteem at the latest after the first time to tell her to her face that she simply had bad luck this time. But that's just my opinion. How the first time or whether you want to use it at all is entirely your decision. One that gives you the best chance at your current goal of getting your ex back. But also one that gives you the best chance to be happy again as soon as possible, and after a breakup there is no other way to do that so quickly, because every contact with her, even in a good way, on completely different topics or whatever, will stir up something in you that will stop you. That's okay for a while and also quite normal and healthy to process it, but you don't have to put it in front of your nose and wait for the next twinge in your heart. So take care, and until the next video.